Who would have thought the purported gayest Star Wars thing ever would turn out to be astronomically cringe? Pretends to be shocked. Let's go ahead and dive into some of what was going on in the last episode of Star Wars, the troglodyte, the trashcolite, the acolytes. Okay, so here we have my nerdy home. I love her. She says, the power of haircuts. Stop it, Star Wars, the acolyte. So she gives herself a haircut using a lightsaber, which we see here. Now, first, I also want to point out, this is just really cheaply done by the makeup and hair and costume department, whatever you want to call it, because as you can see, can you not see this is not long hair? It's very evident that here's a girl with short hair and they threw extensions under it. And I mentioned this in a quote tweet and someone was like, what did you expect them to do? She has to grow her hair out for years. It's like, are you retarded? There are a lot of girls who wear extensions and blend them and you can't tell. So this is just really, really bad styling. It is no effort styling. If I was brought on this, who's not even an expert, I would be like, hey, can we blend those extensions a bit? Or firstly, like she's got some sort of braids. You can add extensions to braids, locks, whatever it is. I'm not an expert on black styling, but still on braids or locks, like it's very common that they add extensions to them to give them the long locks or whatever. So they could have done that. Or if that's too much work for them, they could have blended the extensions, add some under the short layer, which I don't wear extensions, but my hair's layered. So if I were wanting to make my hair look this long, I would throw in extension pieces like here so that it's blended in with the layers. But they didn't even attempt that. It is just very obvious. And it's not even a good color match. So it's like short hair with long pieces added to it. I know it sounds like a crazy nitpick, but this is Star Wars. This is Star Wars. You're really going to go that cheap on production? And the Force is female. We want to reach women. Well, if you want to reach women, can't tell me women didn't notice this. You know what? Men might not notice it. But a lot of men probably don't notice it. But if you're going to try to reach women as your target audience, which this whole Force is female thing and them trying to reach women, we will be noticing these things. So here she, for some weird reason, she's cutting her hair. It's just so cringe. Oh my gosh. I can't believe. I would be so embarrassed. So a lightsaber. And then, well, I wonder what the frame, if we can actually see. Yeah, there's the frame where they took the extensions off. It's not even cut. I wish this were higher quality, but if you can see, they didn't even... You can see where they took the extension out and then they CG'd some. Oh my goodness. You can see it on that frame. Disappear. It vanishes. Boom. Then it just completely vanishes. Yeah. And I guess she's just really having a spiritual moment there from using a lightsaber to cut her extensions out. I don't even know what the full context of all that is, but I can't believe this stuff is real. So, apparently, hey, some people really do like this stuff, apparently, because this individual here says the Acolyte spoilers. Oh, this dude pretending to be a woman. I didn't know that when I pulled this tweet up. Oh my gosh. So thankfully, there are some individuals like this dude pretending to be a woman here who was very deeply moved. Says, Manny Jacinto just delivered one of the best Sith performances I personally feel in the Star Wars franchise. I was literally shaking from his performance. Like, dude, you just think he's hot, which I agree he is. I did notice that when I saw the clips. But is this some impeccable performance? No, he's just a handsome dude. So apparently I've been hearing this Squid Game dude has been carrying the show. I hear he's the only redeeming part.
What are you?
So this Sith dude right here.
I have no name. But the Jedi like you might call me Sith.
I thought Sith didn't exist right during this time, but anyway, this is the best Sith performance. To say, well, he didn't say the best. He said one of the best. I was gonna say if he said the best, that would be straight up insanity. I'm thinking Revenge of the Sith, Anakin. Oh my gosh, that was just something else. That's my favorite of all the Star Wars stuff.
Sith. Why risk discovery? Well, I did wear a mask.
Double mask. Double
What
boost.
do you... Freedom. Freedom to wield my power the way I like. Without having to answer to Jedi like you. I want a pupil. An acolyte.
Dude, what? This is the groundbreaking performance. What was... I'm sorry. No, I mean, I don't know who this actor is, and I do think he's handsome, so I don't want to hate him too much. But that wasn't groundbreaking acting. This was some CW level acting, let's be real. But apparently one of the greatest Sith performances ever. Why do I feel like I'm hearing background noise on my... I don't know, that's weird. But anyway, now we also have this... What is that? Oh, it keeps playing this. I kept hearing it buffer. All right. So, here's spoilers. How dare you, Star Wars? Why? I haven't watched these. There's some pieces of some clip. Like the hair one I watched, and I watched the very beginning of that last clip I just showed, but not all of it until I made this video. And this, I've briefly seen it in motion on my timelines. But let's see what's going on. Oh, I think this person is mad that she died. Because, okay. I thought that getting stabbed by a lightsaber didn't kill people anymore, but apparently it does. Now it does. No! Oh, no! Oh gosh, this I could not possibly be any less interested than I already was. Well, I guess the cringe lesbian witches was kind of peak for cringe on what I've seen. That the power of many, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Yikes. Okay, so the Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland cast doubt on a second season being made. Oh, are we really surprised? Really surprised that the gayest, by their own admission, the gayest, like they act like this was a selling point. Oh, this is gonna be the gayest Star Wars stuff ever. It is gay, I'll give you that. You were right that this is incredibly gay. But yeah, big surprise, no second season. Oh, this is something that they should be embarrassed about. But even, I believe I saw some headline in some article from her saying, like, I don't look at I don't look at what the critics are saying. That's not even on my radar. I don't care. It just shows that a lot of these creators, writers, producers, all this kind of stuff of people who are working on projects like this or on Marvel projects even that we've seen get extremely wokeified, or Doctor Who, for example, they don't care. They're not fans of the franchises that they're making. I mean, heck, this even extends to the gaming industry. They don't care about the franchises that they're creating. They're not even really fans of the franchises that they're creating, because all they care about is getting their paycheck and inserting their ideology into whatever it is they're working on. But do they care about if the show, if the video game, if whatever it is they're working on crashes and burns and doesn't get renewed? They don't think that far ahead. They don't care, because all they care about is themselves. These are morally devoid people who are really embedded deeply into the woke ideology. They're infested with narcissists and people who don't care about anybody but themselves and what they can gain out of a situation. And in this case, someone like Leslie here, she is able to gain a paycheck and the portfolio of having worked with one of the largest franchises of all time, and a power trip in the fact that she can upset fans of something. We see this time and time again. Now, not everybody who has been in the woke ideology, I don't think every single person pushing woke stuff is a narcissist or is morally devoid necessarily. I think at this point in this late in the game, when we've already seen the corruption that has resulted from a lot of these ideology that is a direct counter to Christianity, for example, which I've made a video about that in the past, how it's satanic. So, yeah, I think at this point, when we've seen the repercussions of a lot of these things that the woke ideology pushes, I do think that you've got to be dumb at best to not see just how corrupt all of these ideologies are. At best, benefit of the doubt, you're dumb. Now, a lot of people have gotten manipulated into a lot of these ideologies. I mean, a lot of people did. I mean, and to some degree, maybe not full-fledged. I mean, I specifically, I was like, wait a minute. I just want to care about people. Oh, they use words to make it sound like it's a noble cause. Like, oh, don't you care about people? Love is love. Or, we want people to feel represented. Like, notice how they always try to use what sounds like positive things, but it's not about that. This is all a part of a woke satanic ideology. It is the worship of yourself. It is the worship of your skin color, or it is the worship of someone else's skin color in a lot of these representation cases, or it is degeneracy that goes against God's design, which it's not a matter of love is love or someone being their true self. These are people who are directly rebelling against God and his design, and it's not hateful to say these things. And so I think the fact that Satan presents himself as an angel of light and tries to present himself as this noble, kindness, this, that, and the other, we see that in a lot of Satan's work, and that's why I absolutely believe that woke ideology is straight from Satan. And so he does try to present these concepts as something good. So at this point, though, we have seen that it's not been the case. We have seen that it has been emotional manipulation. But these people, they have nothing to lose. It's all selfish gain. They get a sick kick out of making fans of these franchises angry, even though they have no dog in this fight. They don't care, but they actually enjoy making fans angry. They enjoy pushing their demonic ideologies and getting their paycheck and leaving. And then a lot of them continue to fall up somehow. They'll make something that's trash and then they'll get hired for another big project. It makes no sense when they continue to make unprofitable and just embarrassing. Do you realize as a creator how embarrassed she should be to have created, to have been a part of something that and has led the charge of something and is largely responsible for something getting this kind of reaction and this kind of negative feedback. I mean, that's definitely not something to be proud of, and at any case. But yeah, it's just pure selfish intentions, and right now, all of this corruption, corrupt ideology is just being inserted into everything, and people who actually care about stuff beyond themselves are the ones who are seeing things that they once loved be ruined. So I see this time and time again with what's going on with Tomb Raider, for example. So anyway, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you next time, and in the meantime, go boom.